Welcome back to WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. In the last episode, we returned, well, we didn't actually return to Traverse Town last episode, that was the episode before. Last episode, we kind of just had to go to Sid, get a book, bring it to Merlin, and that turned out that that book was actually Winnie the Pooh.
What's going on?
Which had nothing to do with the plot.
Riku!
Which is very unlike this sequence here.
Hey, cut it out.
What was he even trying to do? I never noticed that before. He was like
Right?
Dr. Rabbit going up to
I hope
Riku,
not.
looking at his
It
mouth.
took forever to find you.
He's checking to see,
Riku.
make sure Riku doesn't have plaque monsters.
Wait a second, where's Kairi?
And now
Isn't
a
she
plot
with you?
twist. Someone didn't
Well,
get the memo.
don't worry. I'm sure she made it off the island too. We're finally free. Hey,
Yes, Riku really
finally
was certain
looking
that
for
she
us
made it off the
now.
island. I remember he literally said
We'll all
that
be
she
together
was
again
coming with
soon.
them. If you go
Don't
watch
worry.
like episode 5 again, I'm pretty sure that's
Just leave
exactly what he
everything
said.
to me. I know this.
I think this is the one movement that kind of made him look like a dick.
Leave it to who?
Sora,
Ugh.
what did you...
I've
You
been
can see
looking
where
for
this
you,
is
and
going.
Kairi
If you
too,
can't,
with
then...
their help.
Well, you could always see where this was going from the moment
Who
he was
are they?
introduced. Yes, he's
We
very
visited
suspicious
so
that
many
Sora
places
is
in the
traveling
world
with
looking
furries.
for you.
Anyone would
Really?
be.
Well, what do you know? I never would have guessed.
Wow, were his words actually moving in sync with his mouth? What a rarity.
What's that mean?
Hey, you're supposed to say
So,
what's
this
that
is
supposed to
called a
mean?
Keyblade?
He can hold it too.
Hey, give it back.
Oh, can he? I forget. Yeah, he can.
Catch.
Yeah, go play hero with this.
Whoa,
I really shouldn't be saying all
Okay.
this.
so you're coming with us, right? We've got this awesome rocket.
Oh
Wait
yeah.
till you see
I
it.
bet actually that the reason Riku
What?
doesn't come along
come
is
on,
because the
he's
gummy
my
ship is a
friend.
huge piece of crap. Since when is a gummy
Oh,
ship an
he's
awesome
gone.
rocket?
Riku?
Yeah, he just heard the words awesome rocket and left.
Nice going.
Yeah, it was totally
Oh,
their
well.
fault, not you for
At least he's
acting like
okay.
a self-important jerk and
And who knows?
defeating
Maybe
Heartless
we'll run
behind
into
his
Kairi
back.
soon, too.
Actually, I kind of wonder what Riku's adventure was like up to this point. He must have fought some stuff along the way. No, wait, I didn't see him have a weapon. Or did he? Wow. I quickly forgot. Yeah, didn't he... Wow, I have such a short attention span. Okay, you guys are gonna have to go back and watch the cutscene and see if Riku fought anyone there. Alright. You guys ever hear Maleficent? I hear she's in town. Who is she? A witch, man! She's a witch! She's the reason this town is full of Heartless. Don't take her lightly. She's been using the Heartless for years. We lost our world thanks to her. One day, a swarm of Heartless took over our world. That was 9 years ago. I got out of that mess and came here with these guys. That's awful. Our ruler was a wise man named Ansem. He dedicated his life to studying the Heartless. This report should tell us how to get rid of the Heartless. Where's this report? We don't know. It got scattered when our world was destroyed. I'm sure Maleficent's got most of the pages. I feel like they had
You
the same
see,
conversation
it's just as
many
I
episodes
told
ago. Or at least a similar one with that
While you
Maleficent.
toiled away trying to find your dear friend, he quite simply
Yeah, and then Riku is
replaced
easily
you
turned
with some
slowly
different
against Sora
allies.
by the forces of evil.
Evidently. Now he values them far more than he does you.
Yeah, since when did he ever say that or mention that?
You're better off without
It's
that
not
wretched
evident at all.
boy. Now think no more of him and come with me. I'll help you find what you're
His
searching
eyes
for.
are like marbles. Actually, it's probably tougher to tell because YouTube significantly lowers the quality of my videos. So, did you deliver that book? The navigation's gummy's installed and ready to go. You find another one, you bring it to me. I threw in a warp gummy for the heck of it. Okay, that's what's really useful. Now you can jump to worlds you've been to before. Well, better get back to my real job. What's my real job? You'll see. See me at the first district. I've been thinking about the bell in the second district. That one that rang a bit ago? The one about the gizmo shop. There's a legend about it, you know. But it's all boarded up and nobody can get in there. Here, go check it out. Ring it 3 times to see if anything happens. Alright, let's get, examining this room. Well, nothing in here? Okay, cool. Alright, basically, important things had happened there. We got, namely, the ability to go to the next section of worlds in the map, thanks to the navigation gummy that's installed, and, the Warp G, the Warp Gummy. Now, the Warp Gummy is what's really important. It's the only thing about the gummy ship that you should know how to use. Instead of selecting worlds normally when you go to them, you'll have another option. It's this purple button which is called Warp Drive, and if you've been to the world before, like as long as you've traveled there normally once before, you can warp there instantly, instead of having to go through the crappy, like, gummy ship obstacle course, which is amazingly useful, because you're going to have to go back to a lot of places you've been to before, and driving through all those routes is just a huge pain. Like, once you get a route done once, you're never going to want to do it again. It's unfortunate that we had to do... Oh yeah, as it was, we got Cure, and because Cure is a very useful spell, and I've been using potions up to this point to heal and the green HP balls and whatnot, but really, you should be using Cure to heal yourself normally. Although, of course, do make good use of your large healing items, but save the better ones for later, of course, later on in the game. Anyway, I just went through the Gizmo shop, grinded up to level 19. I try to skip places if I've fought the enemies in them before. I'll either cut them or speed them up. It's kind of random. My decision for which ones I choose are kind of random, admittedly. Like, if I'm fighting a lot of enemies and it just goes really badly and boringly, chances are I'm not even going to speed it up. Anyway, eventually you're going to have to come up here. Especially after you have that cutscene, she mentioned, Eris mentioned something about a bell in the 2nd district, and so did Sid back in the Gizmo, back in the shop. He mentioned about the bell over the Gizmo shop. So use the Red Trinity here to smash this wooden barrier. Go through there, and there's a string. Examine it to pull it. Oh, it sounds so Disney-like and awesome. So, the fountain catches on fire and spins around. You actually have to pull it a few times. Sid did say to pull it a few times, I believe. Maybe he said 3? The second time... Oh, looks like there's electric sparks running over the sign right there. And now the third time, let's see what happens. Dong! Got to church! Oh, water spilling out of the front. Cool. And beautiful butterflies. And a keyhole! So actually, the Gizmo Shop's bell was hiding the keyhole to Traverse Town, which is what the Heartless have been searching for all along. So if we can seal it, then the Heartless won't be able to plunge this world into darkness. That's what they did with Destiny Islands. That the keyhole was behind that door in the place. Right, I forget the name of that place. Secret Hideout? I actually forget what that place was called. It's that cave. Anyway, a guard armor seems to be blocking this and is intent on basically seizing the keyhole, or at least stopping us from closing it, so that the Heartless can. Honestly, I don't know. If the Heartless is supposed to be, like, is it as simple as them just reaching the keyhole? Because if it was, then guard armor could just, like, walk into the keyhole and grab it right now that it knows where it is. So anyway, after you fight guard armor and hit it a couple times, you're going to notice that this battle is going to be a little bit different from the last time we fought him. His hands are his feet, and his feet are his hands, and his hands are hammers. Actually, they're like hammer claws. And he has a face, and he's not just some metal thing. He's a metal thing with a face! Okay, this thing has become opposite armor. He's like guard armor, only opposite? I'm not sure exactly how to describe this guy. He's, not that tough, really. But some people seem to have difficulty with him and say he's a lot harder than guard armor. His attacks are a little bit more erratic, if anything. I know less about his general movements. The same rules apply as, just like guard armor. Each limb and the center core has its own HP bar. And if you remove each limb, he's going to be able to use less kinds of attacks. That's the basic idea. That hasn't changed. The only thing that's really changed is the music. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but I really don't know that much about this guy's attack patterns. like, I've never really had trouble with him, ever. I don't believe I've ever died to opposite armor. I know I've lost to guard armor before, but I haven't ever lost to opposite armor in my recollection. But one attack I know he does have is his central core, and I think this might be after you take out all the other limbs. For the record, central core also includes the head. You can't, to my knowledge, you can't just kill the head and leave the stomach alive. But, yeah, what happens is the center core charges up, like, yeah, a purple laser and shoots it at you. On Expert, that laser can do quite a bit. It's kind of like how much Clayton's gun does, only adjusted to suit your level. In other words, it's nearly a one-hit kill, if not a one-hit kill. That being said, like I said, I don't really understand why people consider opposite armor difficult. You kind of just jump and hack away with combos, make sure you have, well, a good level, I guess, and you can pretty much beat him without a problem. Also, seeing those giant hearts fly away is kind of reminding me of Super Paper Mario, which is a game I'm playing right now, Super Paper Mario. It's interesting. I've had some good fun with it. And the pure heart things that you gather in the game look a lot like those giant heartless hearts that are made out of the bosses. Anyway, now I guess we can seal the keyhole in Traverse Town. The Jungle King, I don't know what to say about how it looks. It kind of looks stupid, but at the same time, kind of looks robotic or metallic. I feel like with a little bit of redesigning, it could have been a really cool weapon. But enough talk about weapon design. Next episode, we'll see what happens, and we'll continue our adventures in Traverse Town. See you then.